Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to another love wisdom video on my YouTube channel. I am here with another message about stepping into your own power and managing your relationships. So these two topics are intertwined together, and they're very important for the work that we come to do here on earth, and mostly, to raise our vibration, to be more into alignment with who we really are and our own authentic power. So I want to elaborate on this a little further throughout this video. So lately I have been intuitively receiving messages of wanting to speak up more about this in relation to our own power and all, about the heart energy area as well. I do plan to provide some other light language energy support throughout my YouTube videos at some point, but lately this is where I am being guided, is to speak more messages of upliftment, inspiration, empowering, and just assisting with this whole ascension process that we're all going through at this time. This is 2021, and today is a new moon energy, peak energy, so it's a perfect time to be setting the highest of most intentions that you would like to receive from this next, in your next steps in your life, in your manifestation and creation. So first of all, Monica Bermudez. I'm an intuitive energy healer. I'm a light language channeler, and just want to talk briefly how important it is for us to always take advantage of the moon cycles when it comes to new moon, when it comes to the full moon. And when it's the new moon, it's usually a new beginning, a new cycle. So this is a perfect time for planting intentional seeds of what it is that you wish to manifest in your life. For instance, if you're looking to start a whole new soul purpose business, or do a book, or to even manifest your right partner into your life, this is the time to really use this energy to that benefit, to your benefit, and what it is that you wish to create in your life. The full moons are an opportunity to release any blocks or anything that no longer serves you, any patterns that don't align with your highest vibrational at this time. So those, when it's a full moon, it's an ending cycle, of course, and it clears a space to allow the energy for this new moon energy to come in. And so the earth and all of us are very much impacted by these cycles of the moon, especially water. And since we are made mostly of water, we are also impacted by this energy field of the moon energy. So, in jumping into the message, just imagine yourself what it would feel like to be in your own authentic power. And so we're just going to tune in to your own heart and just feel into your heart however that feels right for you. We're going to connect heart to heart, and we're going to ask this question to your heart to show you what it feels like to be in your authentic power. And you can just place your hand over your heart if you like, and just take a few seconds and just feel that energy and feel it, feel your own power source inside of you. How does that feel? What do you feel? What is it that your heart is telling you? So before we jump into the message for this video, I'll share my story that for me, I was one who has struggled so much with my own self-love and self-worth for many years, until I had my triggering moment of my most intense heartbreak from a divorce that led me into this very intense dark night of the soul and depression. And during those depression moments, it's when I started to get this higher calling of me stepping up into a different role than what I had already been doing. And so because, I was one that was still struggling with my own doubts and self-worth, I really worked to start peeling away the layers of the karmic and ancestral patterns that I was feeling was also triggering or causing some of the depression and the doubts. And of course, divorce and a heartbreak of a romantic relationship will trigger that as well. But it was an awakening process of a deeper awakening that is. And so I went down this path and this journey of really digging deep inside myself and really just pulling out all these layers, confronting all my fears, and really just stepping more into my own authentic power of who I am and just doing the things that I had agreed to do from a soul contract here on this earth. And so that is why I'm now here sharing these messages and these videos of empowerment to let you know how powerful you are as a human. And we all have this capability inside of us to really just step into our authentic power. We have so much to offer here on this earth. And I know that, it could be scary at times and dark, if you find yourself in a very deep heartbreak moment of a grief, of a loss. It's, confusing and frustrating, and all of those things that come up are, some form of wounded patterns, whether that's karmic or ancestral in some way. So the thing that helped me the most was light language. And so when I started receiving some of the light language itself, I started breaking free from all these energy codes of the past that weren't me. They were either projections or some other energies that were accumulated through the different lifetimes. And the more that I was being set free and stepping more into my own self and getting more clarity in myself, is when I was fully activated into my own abilities, my own spiritual ability that I come to support here on earth. And that was, one of them is the light language that I channel now. And so the light language that I support, as I started speaking it, I had done it, on my own before trying it on others. And what I found was that it was releasing other patterns inside of me and transmuting even deeper layers than I could ever have imagined. And so in a way, it's almost like this self-empowering type energy, right? And so we all have this ability to also empower ourselves and break free from our own doubts and our own worth. And that is by cultivating more of our own love and really getting to know ourselves. And so first step into knowing thyself is first knowing what those wounded patterns are, being aware of it, become consciously aware of them. They could be some fear that comes up, could be anger, could be frustration, it could be sadness, could be depression, it could be, some form of hatred, anything that comes up that needs to be healed and needs to be nurtured and needs to be cared for. Of course, we're all humans, and so as a part of us being human here on earth, and the opportunity that we're being offered is to know how to balance the shadow aspect with the loving aspect, the light. The shadow aspect are some of the examples of the fear energy that I just shared, that whether that be anger, frustration, or confusion, feeling lost, just feeling aimlessly, wondering, losing your own worth and feeling unworthy, and all the things that we find ourselves over criticizing. And that is the thing that when it comes to a heartbreak, at times we end up criticizing ourselves the most and being really hard on ourselves. And so that is the first step, right? It's just being really aware of all that and being conscious of that. And once you really become conscious of all that, that is a huge step for the next step that comes your way. And that is turning those victim wounded patterns into the creative energy that you already hold inside of you. So coming up into the creative energy ideas, right, that would help you transmute those patterns to really start to, so that it will allow you to really step more into your own authentic power of who you are. And the more that you're able to clear some of these layers, the more that you'll be able to get the clarity that you need in your life and start to connect more with your own guides, your spiritual guides. Because when you start to really raise your vibrational energy, you also start to magnetize and attract more of the things that you need in your life. And one of them is getting that clarity that you need on your soul purpose, and also the relationship that you want to get into next, if that is what you desire to be in a romantic relationship. So I find that for me, like, I feel that when we really step more into our soul purpose and knowing our own mission and what we come to do here on earth, especially during this ascension process that we're all in at this time, is that the romantic relationship also comes as part of the package or combo package with it. So it's an attraction and a magnetism that comes together. It's like a Happy Meal, I guess. Think of it like a McDonald's analogy. So yeah, it's a very special combo that comes together. And so, all of these, the first step being aware, and the next step is just really just being the creative energy that you already are, to really step into your authentic power and finding ways to transmute it. And some ideas could be through affirmations, right? And really just, reprogramming yourself. When you start to, you feel this subconsciously, you're adding that pattern message keeps coming up in your mind. For example, like if you're, part of you, like being the human self or the ego, saying you can't do this, who do you think you are? That's when you should start paying attention to what some of those messages are saying, and really just facing them. You face them with love, and you could just send them love and transmute them into the light by saying that I am worthy and I am deserving of all that comes to me, and much more, of the abundance, of the love, of all these things that you can think of to be of the highest vibrational, more positive energy. So when we do these intentional daily practice in our life, we are also starting our own bonding relationship with ourselves, because really that's where the foundation of our relationship really starts, is inwardly, internally, connecting more with our higher self and our spiritual guides who are part of this formation of the higher self as well. And just really tuning in to really get to know yourself, as the things that you really like to do, right, as well as a human, whether that really the spiritual world resonates with you, then do more of that too. And the more you get to know about yourself, then the more clarity you'll get on the things that you're passionate about in your life, that you want to do, that you feel you're being called to do for a soul purpose mission. And then you also get clarity on the type of romantic relationship you want to have, if that's something that you're looking for, of course, and that resonates with you. So thinking about all those things that we just discussed in this video, how does that all sound to you? And how would that, impact your life? It will impact your life in ways that you can never imagine, And this new moon is definitely about being open to the possibility and attracting, magic and synchronicity and serendipity in your life by just being open to what may come your way. So as you step more into your authentic power, then you will start to be more into your own knowing yourself relationship of who you are and what you come to do, is when you start to really know how to manage relationships around you. And it just simply becomes like this super energetic force of energy that just radiates around you the more that you work and do the inner deep work within yourself. It is electrifying energy that just, that you're fully capable of really raising your higher vibration. You can rise above anything that comes your way, that's fear, that, anger, or some other lower vibrational. Always remember that do the best you can to raise that vibration by, also hanging around people who really adore you or love you for who you are in your life and are there for you with a positive attitude. That is the best time to also hang out around people, especially if you have just gone through a heartbreak. You want people who uplift you and just are with you with a positive vibrational energy to assist you with your own higher vibrational energy. And so for this ascension process, it is, all about the higher vibrational energy that we're all shifting into. So this is, a kickstart way of looking at it for us to really get into that process of this energy wave that we are finding ourselves into, especially that, it continues in 2021. It started in 2020 with this whole wave of energy upgrades that we're all getting, and it's going to continue for some time. So just do the best you can, to navigate through these energies. But I do hope that this message is very valuable for you in assisting you in what you're going through, that it empowers and it inspires you, and that it just gives you the strength that you need to move forward. So I offer a free guide to that provides a guidance. It's a guide to inform you of how your heartbreak is a spiritual awakening. So these are the 9 signs in your life to pay attention to if you're going through some form of heartbreak. And this is a guide to help you understand the spiritual awakening process that you're going through at this time. So just claim your free gift. It's in the description area. And if you do need, further assistance and support, just reach out to me and message me, and I will be happy to assist in any way that you need. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next Love Wisdom video. And again, these are all messages of empowerment at this time, and I will be sharing some more of light language energy as well, as we all need this right now. Humanity needs it, and humanity needs you. And humanity starts with yourself, and it starts with the people around you in your own community, because what we do, what we choose, impacts so many. So, speaking from the new moon energy right now, what intentions we set, we also think about the highest good of all. So if we are able to really take care of ourselves in our own self-care, which, springs from self-love, then we are also serving that purpose to continue our life in these physical bodies, because our physical body still needs some form of tune-up and care and maintenance, just like a vehicle or a car needs its regular maintenance from time to time. But the self-care is more of a daily practice that is needed from a human form to maintain that balance between the shadow and the light. And again, it's all about this balance of energy and learning to master it and being one with that energy. And that will be very unlocking to so much of your own DNA as well, to just know that and be aware of that. And all of that also, you know, I find that the heart is what keeps us balanced, because that is our navigating GPS, intuitive guide for life. And it is so important right now to really understand that and be aware of. And so I am so passionate about helping so many people out there who need it to really step into their own power and know of their own worth and authentic self and who they are. And so thank you so much for listening to this message from the time to review it. And thank you for your likes and your shares with others who need to hear this inspirational message as well. And I'm sending you all so much love and setting the intentional seeds for this new moon, that we all get through this in a harmonious way through the ascension process and the transitional phase that we're all in of this great awakening. So love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.